What's going on YouTube? Crystal Channel's Comments and Pop Culture. I'm coming at you guys 1:30 in the morning, actually sitting on my bed. I just got done with some homework and I hopped onto Facebook and went on my comic page that I follow. And I saw this post, and I don't mean to put anybody on blast because I know there's names here and everything, but hey, it's a public group on Facebook. So I just wanted to address this issue, guys. If you can read here, they're talking about, Amazing Spider-Man 798 already going on eBay for twice as much. And then you see the comments. Most of them are like kind of in agreement. And then you get down here and you see memes like this. Here come the sheeple. And oh, there's somebody replying to my comment right now. And I just got in it with this guy, and no disrespect for this guy. Everyone can have their opinion, and I'm not doing this to put people on blast. Like I said, it's a public forum, so, I don't feel too bad about their names being shown, but, this guy's just going full out saying that, it's not even speculation, it's scalping, and they're controlling supply and demand. I just got to say this, guys. And I don't mean to offend anybody, and I'm not trying to sound holier than thou, but I have a business degree, and this is my forte. I've studied it, and I'm just stating that to prove that I do have some knowledge towards this. I do have fact to back up what I'm going to say, and I'm very well versed. There's no controlling the market here. And there is no reason to, one, be upset that you couldn't get your book at cover price, or two, you shouldn't be upset at people that are willing to pay more. And this is how supply and demand in a free market works. And I said this. Let me go down here, and I'm not going to go over everything that this guy was saying to me, but let me show you one of my comments. I said, if you can read here, and I'll read it with you guys, if I can pull it up. Okay, if Bob bought 50 books and Joe bought none, and now Joe wants one, but the only one left is the one that Bob is one of Bob's, and now Bob's selling it for 20 bucks, that is not controlling and manipulating supply. What that is a free market. And Joe was just lazy and missed his opportunity to buy 20 or 50 copies, just like Bob did. My point is, everyone has the same capacity to purchase these books at cover price. Everyone. It's just that some people don't. And then those people either complain, or some of them may have missed their chance, but then they are willing to pay more for that book. That is simple economics, and it's not scalping or manipulation. So, and this guy's arguing with me, but I'm going to explain my point here. These books are available everywhere, basically around the world. I mean, you got two main options. You got online, and then you got storefronts. I mean, we got comic book stores all around the world. So here's your options. Every single comic book store is going to get is going to get their supply of Amazing Spider-Man. Okay, every single comic supply online is going to get their issues of Amazing Spider-Man. So, most speculation happens at least a week before the book comes out. At least. Sometimes even a month. Sometimes even more than that. So, if you care about speculation books, meaning when the book comes out, it's at the end of that day or during that day, you can't get it anymore. And now it's going on eBay for 10, 15, 20 plus dollars for a $3.99 book that just came out. You have the option of taking all the resources, and it's not hard. If you truly care about comics and you really care about getting these books, make a phone call or go down to your local comic book shop and say, hey, put me on a pull list. Or you can go to marvel.com and you can subscribe to a title, and you can get 40% off cover price. You can go to midtown.com and order a month in advance and get 35% off a cover price. Or you can go to Midtown every Wednesday, because it's Comic Book Wednesday. New issues come out on Wednesday. Every Wednesday, you could, and this is what I do, you can go to midtown.comics.com and you can see all the releases for the next Wednesday and you can order them. And I'm going to tell you something. This is what I do. One, I have a print mail subscription from Marvel for Amazing Spider-Man. So when it comes to Amazing Spider-Man, $7.95, $7.96, $7.97, now $7.98, guess what? I have one coming in the mail. Okay? Not only that, but for each one of these issues, I've been able to go on midtowncomics.com 1 week in advance and order not only the main issue, but also the variants. They're never sold out. Never. And how long is this hype for the Red Goblin been going on? Over a month now, because I believe it started with $7.94. But I think it was even hinted before that. It's been going on for over a month now. So if I really wanted to, I could have gone on Midtown a month ago and got 35% off of $7.97 and $7.98. But I'll take my 15% by ordering it just a week in advance. Not only this, but I have multiple, and some people don't have the multiple comic shops, but I do. I have multiple comic shops. I know I can go to A1 Comics and have them hold it. I can go to Comic Command Center in Sacramento and have them hold it. I can go to my Eva, my little local shop here down the way in Vacaville, California, and ask Kevin over there at Boys of Summer to set it aside for me. He would even probably special order the variants for me. And guess what? I'm coming away with multiple books. Now, what I'm saying here about Bob buying 50 books isn't controlling the market. You want to know why? Because if Joe wanted to buy 50 books just like Bob did, he could have if he would have did it a week before. You see what I'm saying? I know what controlling the market looks like. You want to know what controlling the market looks like? I used to sell phones. Do you know that Apple would only send on anytime the new iPhone came out, Apple would send 2 or 3 iPhones to each Verizon store, Sprint store, T-Mobile store. Literally, 2 to 3 cell phones. You know what that would do? Panic. Why do you think people wait in line overnight for the phones? Because they only have a few on hand. They do that on purpose because it drives demand. That's not happening with comics. You at least back then, you couldn't pre-order iPhones. Apple was very strict about their policies, especially letting vendors, because Verizon, Sprint, and whatnot, they're the vendors. They're the companies that are selling the manufacturer's brand. I think you could only pre-order it through the Apple store, if I remember correctly. But that's kind of an example of controlling and manipulating supply and demand. Okay, this isn't. Bob and Joe had the same opportunity just a week before the book came out to buy multiple copies. And so do you, and so do I. And so does Jill and Jake and Nancy and Drew. Nancy, Drew. Anyways, guys, it's late. Bear with me here. You see what I'm saying? So I get upset. You know what I missed out on? Thanos 13. I did get the variant lenticular cover, but I didn't know nothing about that book until after. And then I looked at all my stores and nobody had, and I'm like, oh, damn. So I'm like, oh, shoot, I wish I had that chance. I'm not, but here's the thing. That's the way the market works. I'm not butthurt about it. And I go online and I see it selling for $20 now. I'm not buying it. But if someone else wants to buy it for $20, let them. And if somebody else bought 5 issues when it came out and now they want to make a few bucks by selling a couple copies for $20 on eBay and someone's willing to buy it, let them. That's fair game. I was the one that didn't know about it at the time that it released. If I did, I'd have a copy or 2. That's my fault. That's not the market's fault. It's not Bob's fault who bought 50 copies. So, for all those that are upset that it's not available on release day, I get it. It can be frustrating. It's kind of like, oh, bummer. But That's the business. Do you want an LCS to like set a certain amount of copies aside, hoping it's because they're being conscientious and they want to have empathy towards like those people that want to roll out of bed on a day a book is released and walk into a store and say, hey, what's speculating this week? Oh, well, just for people like you, I took an opportunity of, or I took the chance of not selling a book, hoping that people like you would come in and buy one. You see what I'm saying? Do you think LCS people are going to hold books that they know will sell right when those doors open, or they know will sell by putting them on somebody's pull list or pre-selling them, hoping that they get a handful of late bloomers coming in, just thinking that they can roll out of bed and not read previews or read speculation or even care about what's going on and just demand that their LCS has that book for them on the day it's released? They're losing business. LCSs have a hard time bringing in profits anyways. This market is cutthroat. And I see businesses closing and shops closing left and right still. That's not right for them. I wouldn't want my LCS owner to have to lose out on selling like 10 or 20 books just because somebody didn't want to read the freaking previews guide a week before, or go on a Facebook group or go on YouTube and subscribe to countless people that are talking about speculations. I mean, come on, people. You know what it is? It's entitlement. It's entitlement. So that's my 1:30 in the morning rant, guys. Be humble, guys. I mean, don't be on top of it. If you guys want books, you can buy these books at less than cover price, let alone waiting and having to pay $20 on eBay or being mad that somebody's selling it for $20 on eBay. Come on, guys. So much. I respect these guys for their opinion. It's their opinion, but it's like, I just wish they, when I speak my mind on these matters, it's like all they want to do is argue. It's like I'm listening to them, but I believe in argumentation with fact to back it up. And I'm waiting for somebody to come and counter what I'm saying with actual fact that what I'm saying is wrong and not feasible. So be humble, guys. Be on top of your buying if you really care about having these books. Unless you're one that's willing to wait and say, oh, I'm willing to dish out the money for it. But like I said, you got the same opportunity that I have and that everyone else has. So I'm going to leave it at that, guys. Much love to you all. Be kind to each other. Thank you for watching. Leave some comments. Love to hear you guys' feedback. Till next time.